Hi, my name is Amanda Oakleaf. I am owner, head baker, decorator of Amanda Oakleaf Cakes in Winthrop, Massachusetts, where we do custom cakes of all kinds. Wedding cakes, birthday cakes, sculpted cakes, anything you can think of, we can make it into a cake. And today I will be talking to you about cake decorating. So now our cake is buttercreamed and we're ready to start decorating. We want to fill our piping bags with buttercream, and we'll pipe on both trim and a couple roses on the top. So this is our piping bag. You want to turn half of it inside out. It'll be easier to fill. So hold it with one hand. We have couplers that go inside, and that allows us to change the tips. The screw holds it on, and then you're ready to fill. We're going to use this lavender color, and you want to hold it inside out and pack it in tight. You don't want too many air bubbles sneaking in. Otherwise, you'll get a big splat on your cake when you go to pipe it out. And then shake it down, and then you want to twist right where the frosting ends, twist it up, so when you squeeze, the frosting goes down rather than out the opposite end. So we're going to do a reverse shell pattern on the cake with the piping. You can use any round tip that kind of has a star on the top. You can practice before you do it on the cake on some parchment paper. And you just want to squeeze evenly. It's like a backwards curlicue every other time. The main trick is to get the hang of how much pressure to squeeze the bag with and how fast to move. If you move too fast, you'll get breaks like I did here. If you move too slowly, you'll get a really big decoration. So when you do it on the cake, it's in a circular pattern, and you want to just turn the turntable as you go. So we'll start here, keep it on the edge, and you don't really want to move your right hand too much. You want to keep that in the same position and use your left hand to turn the turntable. And we're going to do the same pattern on the bottom, and you just hold it at a little bit different angle. There we go. We're also going to do a couple buttercream roses. So for buttercream roses, you want the tip number 104. It's skinnier at the top and gets wider towards the bottom. So we want to use a combination of that and a flower nail. And you want to start with a lump of frosting on the base, and you want to spin the nail with your left hand, and that's the base. And then you want to start with your tip clean every time, and you want to have the fat end, the widest end, on the bottom and the skinny end on the top. And squeeze out a little as you go, and you get a spiral in the middle. That's the middle of the rose. And then once you have the middle, you want to add the petals, keeping the skinny end on the top, and kind of like a rainbow pattern, an up and down motion every time, and you want to overlap the petals. So you should be able to get 3 petals around the first time, and then overlap them, and then maybe 4 or 5 around the next time. And you want to cover all the sides, and then you want to kind of change your angle as you go. So towards the bottom of the rose, your piping bag angles outward. That way the rose opens up a little bit. And there you have it. And then you want to use an offset mini spatula, and then give the rose a spin, and that'll lift it off the nail and drop it onto the cake. That's a buttercream rose.